Hi, I'm Krishna and I'd like to introduce the starter kit for LoRaWAN. The starter kit for LoRaWAN is a combination of products and services that you might already be familiar with, but we've combined them in a unique way for you to experience LoRaWAN in the best possible way. As you might know, every LoRaWAN solution consists of 4 parts. You have an end device, a gateway, a network, and a data sink. So inside the box, you get, of course, the mClimate button, which is a standard LoRaWAN button. There's a code here for you to pull in order to activate the device. We will get to that in a minute. There's also a QR code present inside this box. This QR code is used for you to easily claim the device on the ThinkStack. We will get to that in a few minutes. So the gateway is the ThinkSindoor Gateway Pro, which you may already be familiar with. You have some documentation about the gateway. You have, of course, your standard USB power socket. Please make sure to use the exact power brick that's provided in the box. You have a USB-C cable, USB-C to USB-A. And finally, in the box is the ThinkSindoor Gateway Pro. The front of the gateway is actually this plain, clean, white design. The gateway has 2 antennas, one for LoRa and one for 4G LTE. On the back side, you have this detachable panel where if you open the panel, you have a QR code which is used to claim the gateway. This is the secret that is used for you to claim the gateway on the ThinkStack. And when we are in the onboarding process, I will show you how to use this QR code. The starter kit for LoRaWAN currently is available in 2 versions, the EU868 version and the US 915 version. The first thing you need to do is to get a ThinkStack account. And if you follow our documentation linked below, you'll be able to easily set up an account on the ThinkStack Cloud or the ThinkStack Sandbox. On the ThinkStack Cloud, we have the ThinkStack Discovery option for you to get started with LoRaWAN without any upfront commitments. The first step is to onboard the end device. So go to the ThinkStack console by logging in with the credentials that you might have received in your email. And in the console, you can now select Applications and select Add Applications and create a new application. So you can choose a unique application ID. I'm going to choose Starter Kit and select Create Application. Now, in this application, you can register your end device. In order to do that, click on this Register End Device button, and there's an option for you to scan an end device QR code. This QR code is actually found inside the box that I showed you before. So on the console, click on the button Scan End Device QR code and give access to your camera. And now in your camera, you can input this QR code. And as you can see quite easily, the data from the QR code has been loaded onto the console. It has the claim authentication code, which is a secret value used to authenticate your device, the join EUI of the device and the dev EUI of the device. And as you can see, this QR code also has the brand information present. So you can see that the console has detected this device as an mClimate product. So select Apply. And now you have to select the model, which information is not available in the QR code. So if you scroll down here, choose the multi-purpose button. And the rest of the information is now filled for you. As you can see, the hardware version, the firmware version, the profile or the region, in this case, this EU863868, and also chooses the LoRaWAN version for you, the regional parameters, the OTAA specifications, etc. So all of this data is present in the device repository, and just by claiming this QR code, all this information is brought in and is ready for you to use. Now, you will have to choose a frequency plan, and this is configurable per deployment. For the EU region, I'm just going to choose the default one, which is 863.870. The rest of the provisioning information is available already in the console. The console also pre-fills end device ID for you, which is usually in the format EUI- the EUI of the device. You can choose to keep that or change the name to Starter Kit Device, for example. I'm going to choose to keep it as default, and now click Register End Device. So now the end device is registered on the ThinkStack console. Now is the time to register the ThinkSindoor Gateway Pro. This is also a very simple process. First, you have to open the back panel of the gateway like this, where you find the QR code, which is used to claim the gateway. And now back to the ThinkStack console, you can now select the Gateways tab and choose Register Gateways. And again, you have an option to scan a QR code. Click that button and align the camera with the QR code. And now, as you can see on the screen, the gateway QR code has been scanned. The gateway now has the owner token of the gateway, and the EUI is now registered. This owner token, similar to the device owner token, is a secret used to authenticate the gateway. So let's do that. And now the console has detected that this is a managed gateway, which is a ThinkSindoor Gateway Pro. and we can give a gateway ID. So for example, let's say it's starter kit gateway. And again, here you have to choose a frequency plan. Please note that you have to match the frequency plans chosen for the gateway and the end device. And this is more relevant in bands like US, where you have multiple subchannels or subbands rather. And I'm going to again choose the default EU 863.870 frequency plan and select claim gateway. The gateway is claimed, and now it's very easy to connect the gateway. All I'm going to do is to connect power to this gateway. So you can do that at the back of the gateway. And once that's done, all we have to do is wait for a few seconds. The gateway has a 4G connection which is automatically activated, and once it's powered on, it will automatically make a connection to the gateway controller, authenticate itself, and receive credentials. If your gateway has been in storage for a long time and is being powered on for the first time, it might take a few minutes for the gateway to receive a new firmware and then get started. So on the gateway connections panel, you can now see that the gateway is connected using cellular. The Wi-Fi and Ethernet are disconnected. At some point, if you want to use a Wi-Fi connection, you can enable Wi-Fi in the setting and enter the Wi-Fi credentials right here from the console. And when the gateway connects next, these settings will be sent to the gateway in order for it to connect through Wi-Fi instead of 4G. And the gateway always falls back to 4G if your Wi-Fi connection or Ethernet connection is deemed too unstable. In order to activate the end device, all you have to do is to pull this cord at the back of the end device, which activates the battery contact point. But make sure to keep your end device at least 1 meter away from the gateway in order for the gateway to receive the LoRa messages from the end device. So once you pull the cord out of the device, the battery will come in contact with the contact point, and the end device will send the first join request. The join request is used to join the end device to the network, and once that is done, your end device can start sending uplinks. So once that is set up, you can trigger an uplink to the network by pressing this button, and every time you press the button, it will send a button press counter and some ambient information like temperature to the ThinkStack. LoRaWAN is a bidirectional communication protocol, which means that not only that the device can send data to the network can send data to the end device. This is called the downlink. Now, using the ThinkStack console, let's trigger some downlinks on the end device. So with the command that we are using, we're going to make the green LED on the end device blink about 20 times. So what we have done so far is we have onboarded the end device, onboarded the gateway, and sent some uplinks and downlinks from the end device. Not only this, the ThinkStack now allows you to send this data to your endpoint of your own choosing. In this example, let's try to do that using the Webhook integration. So go to the application on the ThinkStack console and choose Webhooks. Now select Add Webhooks. In this link, you will see a list of very popular Webhook platforms, and you can choose a platform of your choice. In addition, you can also choose to store a copy of the data in the message storage integration. This is a database resident in the ThinkStack where your data is stored, and the amount of data stored and the retention is dependent on your tiers. And this data is stored for you on our servers, and you can pull the data at your own convenience using the API. I hope this video shows you how easy it is to get started with LoRaWAN using the starter kit for LoRaWAN. If you're interested in getting the starter kit, head over to thethinkshop.com or the link in the description below. Thank you, and see you later.